Hello, my name is Brooklyn Waddell, and in today's video we will be discussing how to create a story within Tableau to organize your workbook and give you a clear outline of the content within. This is just a quick example of what your story can look like after today's tutorial. The first thing you're going to need is a few graphs or demonstrations of your data that you have previously created. For example, I would be creating a story with content such as a heat map visualizing which states feel most prepared in the workplace, a bar graph that shows the intent to stay within the organization, a scatter plot that displays the recruitment source and what department they were recruited into, and a bar graph that displays the engagement depending on gender and the department that they are in. These are just a few examples of visuals that you can put into your story, and this may vary based on the data that you have been given. The first step in creating a story in Tableau is to locate the tab at the bottom of your screen that looks like a book. Once you click on this icon, a blank sheet labeled Story will be at the top, and your tabs that hold your visuals will be on the left banner. To get this story started, you will need to grab one of the sheets in the left banner, such as the Intent to Stay bar graph, and drag it into the Drag a Sheet Here space. The graph should immediately pop up and fill this space. Then we will move up to the Add a Caption box directly above the visual you had just placed. Click on this and write a clear description of the visual and what data it is demonstrating. This could be anything depending on your data. If you are having problems or you are unsure of how we got here, I will demonstrate these one more time. The first step is to locate the book icon at the bottom of your screen. Click on this and it should create a blank story. Step 2 is to locate your visuals on the left banner and click the first one you would like to be shown. Drag this visual into the blank box labeled Drag a Sheet Here. This will automatically pull up the sheet you just grabbed, and then we will go and click on the box labeled Add a Caption to write a quick and clear description of the visual below, explaining what the contents of them hold. Now that we are caught up on the initial story creation, we can now move on to how we add multiple visuals onto the same storybook. In the left banner above the data sheets, you will see the words New Story Point. There will be two tabs. One says blank on the left and the other says duplicate. If you're wanting to add another visual, we will click blank. Once you click on this, it'll give you a new blank sheet where you can repeat the steps from before by dragging your new data visual over to the Drag a Sheet Here. Then you can go up to the Add a Caption box and add a short description of the new visual stating what it is showing from your data. Up by the captions, you will now see two tabs where you can navigate through each of your sheets. The next step is to repeat all of these past steps until all of your data visuals have their own slide within the story. Here you will see me do the exact same thing by dragging a sheet, adding a caption for each of my visuals. Once they are all done, you can navigate through each of them, seeing that they are all shown. To rename the title of the story itself, see how at the top it will say Story. You're going to want to hover your mouse over the Story tab at the bottom of the banner. Right-click and find the tab Rename. Once you click on this, you will see that story will be highlighted, and you can rename it to whatever makes sense for your data. Click Enter once you have put in the name, and you'll see that it changed both at the bottom and the top of the page. Now you have a clear story of all of your sheets. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial on how to create a story in Tableau using data visuals.